Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. The fairies are here again. We've got another episode of a Fairy Spring Collab 24, hosted by Karin at Creative Paper Artisan and Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations. They have both produced two lovely kits, and the kits are available at the links below, and it's 30% off until the end of April 2024. I've taken elements from both kits to make my journal covers, which I made last week, and to make my journal signatures. You are going to see one signature today, and when I do a flip through at the end, you'll see all the other signatures. It's only one signature you're going to see me working on, because that's the way they want us to do this collab. So this is the signature, and I'm just going to quickly show you the pages that we're going to have. This is going to be the cover page for this signature, and this is one of Karin's papers, and I've had to cut all these down to size, so I've shrunk this down. Some of them I've blown up, like this one, which is a fairy's wing, which I'm going to use as a page. This is from Stacy's kit, and this is postcards, which this is just printed out as was and trimmed to the size for the page. This one we'll come back to in a minute. This is, you can print on coffee dyed paper and you get some lovely effects. This, I think this must be a book page from Karin's kit, and it's just lovely on this coffee dyed paper. The one thing I would recommend, I have coffee dyed paper, and I also have, this is actually tea dyed paper, and this tea dyed paper, I keep some of it as wrinkly and I iron some of it smooth. Don't try and put the wrinkly through your printer because it'll all squish up, but the stuff that's iron smooth will go through fine, and as I say, you get some lovely effects. This is a corner of my freebie that Stacy has kindly given me to kindly give you. So this is the freebie from Stacy for today that you can only get via me, and you can get that at my Ko-fi shop, which is linked down below. On the back of this we have Fairy Lines, which is a freebie I'm giving you, and that is only available from my Ko-fi shop as well. There is also another freebie that is from Karin, but I don't think I've got it in this particular signature. This freebie, by the way, is of course a full page, and there's another fairy down at the opposite bottom corner. It's just that I couldn't get them both in. I forgot to say this, and I then went and stuck it together without pressing record. So I've already stuck it on. This is the other bit. Do you remember I said at the start that there was another one down here, and I thought I had another one and I couldn't find it? Well, I tucked it away somewhere else and I've just found it just now. So this is the fairy that goes down here on the freebie, which is for this week for me from Stacy. So you can only get it through me, but it's Stacy that gave me the freebie in the first place, so it's her creation. And what I decided was I was going to just do it as a flip out here, and I'd forgotten, well, I couldn't find it, so I just gave up looking. But I've got the wing of this side, the flip out, so you've got more writing, but it means you've got both of those, and that goes back in the place where it belongs, in here. This is another one of Stacy's on the back of one of Karin's. This is a wee sneak preview of next week's freebie from Karin. That's only one, I think there's 6 or 7 on the page. This is a wee sneak preview of Stacy's freebie for next week, and for when we're doing ephemera, and you'll see what I'm going to do with that in a minute. And this is another one that I've printed, this time on lined coffee paper, tea dye, that's tea. And you'll see what I'm going to do in that. But just as a wee, if you're going to use this lined paper that's already been pre-punched, make sure that I have trimmed off here, making sure you feed it through so that your punched holes are not in that end. But I'm not that bothered about this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that to hide that wee mistake. And then this is just a bit of so most of these pages I don't need to do anything with, but there's a couple of them that are needing some attention. So let's get the ones we don't need to do anything with out the way. That's the cover, and we'll come back to them in a minute. Let's start with this one, and this is a freebie that you can't get yet. You'll get it next week. And what I'm going to do is, although this is a specimen slide, as you can tell, I'm not using it that way. I'm going to use it as a page. There we go. And I printed this, which is from Karin's kits, from Karin's kit on the back. And while you can cut that out, and I'm going to cut it out in another one of my signatures, and you can cut it out. And if you look at Karin's signature that she did on Sunday, she cut a window out and then put a bit of lace so you can then see through, and I'm going to do a version of that in another signature. But go and see what Karin did for that. For this one, I'm actually going to cover this with an image or something. This one here is Stacy's. It's an envelope that Stacy has, and it's a lovely envelope, but it's too big an envelope. I'm using other envelopes elsewhere, but it's too big an envelope. So I printed this off in a size that would work, folded it, trimmed it all around, folded it in half. So this is like the page as it will go in the book, but the inside, now I could trim it flat, but I decided I didn't want to do that. I decided I wanted to do a couple of tucks. So what I've done is I've cut down here, and I've cut down, because having a leg there was a bit silly, but I quite like the dress, the flowy bit of the dress. And now I just need to cut these bits along here. Like that. And then when that's sewn in the signature, that'll keep that together, and I'll have two nice tucks there. So that's that one done. Let's go on to this one now. Now this is one of Karin's envelopes that I've printed on tea dyed lined paper, as I've already said. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to make it a fold out. So what I need to do to start with is my pages need to be 2.5 inches wide. So that's quite good. It's slightly under, because as you get further into your journal, your pages need to be slightly smaller. Let's see if I can at least print. Oh, I've just seen there's a wee white edge on there. Wee cutter. Let's just trim that down because it's got a little white edge on it. There we go. That's my 2.5 inches, and then to fold it back over. There we go. Then what I want to do is I want to trim it first. I'm going to trim this there. So I've cut off the flap that was at the bottom there, and I'm going to trim this. This the height is also 2.5, so I'm going to trim this to 2.5. Now we're going to lose one of our wings there, so let's just trim this a bit. Oh, I'm going to end up losing that one, aren't I? Let's just trim to lose that punch hole if it's in the wrong place. Right, now let's trim 2.5 inches. There we go, that works so nicely. Now it's hanging over a bit. Let's just cut the scoop off first and see where that scoop lies. And that lies in just 2 1/8. So I think what I'm inclined to do is actually just make a bigger scoop. So starting from here and going up, and then just starting to gently turn the paper. So I've just moved where that scoop is up the page. And this is going to be my center page. So this is center line, and we need to have 5 inches. Well, we've got 9, which is okay, and we've got 4 inches each side, which is lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that into the center. You need to leave a bit of a gap, otherwise your page won't close very well. Now this is going to be the center page of this journal, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this house on, and this house will be half on each page so that we get a nice ta-da in the center. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's that one. So now I want to put this journal signature together and decide what else I want to do with it. This is the inside page and this is the cover. And let's put that page first. Then let's put there's an angel. Then we need to put this one on. Then let's fold this one in half. Or do we want to fold this one, although it does have a, do we want to fold this one past half? So we've got the fairy on this and we've got half on that, yeah, but let's do it the other way. Let's put the fairy on that page. Like that. Then we want one that's, oh, let's put this one in. Then we can put, we decided we would put her that way in, didn't we? So that goes in like, put the, I need to decide how to fold this. Let's, so that it's still going to fit in the 5. We want to make it slightly smaller than that. So bring that over to there. Out of that. Then we'll put this one in, and then this one will go in the center. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to do some trimming. Now this outside cover is actually smaller than my 2.5 inches. so maybe I'd be better putting a different one on the outside, but I quite like that one on the side. Is this, how's this? That's 5 and that's 2.5, so let's put this one on the outside instead. Take out that one and do the bottom cut first, because the top does need trimmed, and we need to take the wing out to trim the tops. There we go. That's looking neater. And then the big one is trimming off this. We've got several of these that are sticking out further than they should be. And I should have taken the middle one out, so hopefully I won't have just destroyed all my work in that middle one. Oh dear. Learn from me, people. Learn from me. I have just trimmed the edges off the middle one, so that now no longer works. Oh dear. And make that 2 pockets. So you can make that 2 pockets. Or do we washi tape the pages? Wonder if I've got any washi tape that's going to work. Actually, this one that's here might be quite, because that's kind of over. Oh, that makes a nice page edge, doesn't it? Well, I think it does. Oh, that was what I meant to do all along. Isn't that pretty? I meant to do that. That was the whole purpose of trimming your pages, was to show you that I'd done the wrong thing in the first place, and I'd meant to do it as a single page so I could put a lovely bit of washi down the side. You believe me, don't you? Of course you do. Of course you do. Let's do the other side. Fold that in. Ta-da! There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Right. I'm not going to actually sew these in today because that's part of the last week, which is the putting the journal together. But what I do want to do is I want to just do some titivatings to some of these now. Okay, so what I've done is I've brought out the pile of little bits and pieces I've got. Oh, we could have, let's just leave the cover as it is. Right, and the inside here, oh, now I could use one of these as a little tuck spot, couldn't I? Or a belly band. Should we put this one in as a belly band? Can we get one too, if we cut that top one off there? There we go. There's a wee belly band. Quick whiz round. So there we got a belly band on the inside cover. That's cool. I don't think I want to put anything on there. I do have, there's the bigger version. What now? Because we've used one of those now. Now we could use one of these. This is part of what I used on the inside of the journal covers. So this could be used as a little tuck spot. We go up, maybe on the other half of that page, because that page won't have anything on the other half of it. I could put this in as a wee tuck spot or a wee pocket. I think a wee tuck spot there would be quite good, wouldn't it? So let's just cut that at an angle. Yeah, like that. Let's just cut that way. Link that up. Oh, there was a lot of ink on there. And which way is this going? That way, like that. That's maybe more than a tuck stop because I've put it on two sides. It's more of a kind of little corner kind of pocket thing going on there. I'm conscious that I don't have an awful lot of space out the back to be decorating these out this way. As a wee newbie, I'm really having to keep reminding myself things I can't do yet. Do you know what? Other than putting, I'm looking to do things on this, but because it's such a small journal, I don't think it really needs anything. But what we do need is we need something on this little bit here. So what shall we put in this little bit here? Oh, that fits quite nicely, doesn't it? There we go. Let's put that postcode on. Postcode? There's a wee birdie making a lot of noise out there. Oh, there's the bee. Okay, I finally decided. I'm going to cover this with this postcard, and I'd already cut out this bee as well from the same page that this is on. The bee's kind of up there bringing this, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut the bee's wings off, and I'm going to put the wings on this postcard because it's been delivered by Fairy Mail. Well, I know I've not done an awful lot to this signature, but I think actually that's all I'm going to do to it just now. I might end up getting more bits when I'm at the ephemera stage. But I do have some pockets. I've got some tucks. I've got this whole flip out. I'm not going to... Oh, see, I've just seen the tickets though. We could use the tickets as a pocket. Use the tickets as a pocket there. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? No, I'm not going to do anything else. I will add pockets if I decide when I'm doing my ephemera, which is probably me doing it wrong, but this video is long enough and I've done my signature, and I think you deserve a rest and I deserve a coffee. So thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being here and keep me company. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. But for now, take care. Keep crafting and see you soon. Bye. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and keep crafting. Bye for now.